Today we are officially starting to get into Christmas cards. So here I have a dimensional Christmas card with some really fun items, including stamps, paper towel, a paper pack, and a couple more items. So please stay tuned if you want to make this card. Okay, so today I'm going to be using the Naughty and Nice stamp set. And here are all the fun greetings on there. Some of them are larger than others. And of course, you have the classic Merry Christmas right there. And there's some fun other items, such as snowflakes and ornaments as well. Then I have the Joyous Greetings 3D paper towel set. There are 3 main greetings on here. Here's the joy to the world. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. And may your days be merry and bright. And those all build up with foam tape and they're all die cut. And I'm going to be using the double-sided Christmas cheer paper pack. Just to show you a glance at the package, we have some project ideas for your convenience, as well as an image of all the papers. I'll just do a quick run through here. And they are double-sided. And they have some fun and funky patterns in here. This one's got a ton of different greetings on it. So it's fun to use in pieces, and it makes a cool background as well. And really rich red, that black chalkboard look, and the same with a pretty white chalky border. And another small pattern on the back there. So in the paper pack there are 2 of each of these sheets. Alright, now let's get started on the project. So the first thing I'm going to do is stamp on this plain chalkboard texture paper. And I have what's called an embossing pouch or a perfect printing pouch. It's basically a fabric pouch filled with some sort of powder, probably cornstarch or something. But basically when you rub it over your surface before you emboss a stamped image, it makes it so that all the little specks of embossing powder that are not on the stamped image will fall off and not bother your image. So I'm going to take my stamp, which this is the poem stamp that has this greeting on it. And I'm going to go ahead and stamp on my paper now that I've already dusted it with my embossing pouch. So just kind of pressing it evenly as possible. And go. Now this stamp was inked, if I haven't said this already, with the Versamark ink pad. And I'm using the Zing embossing powder, and this is the red glitter finish. We're going to see how well this works. Nice bright embossing powder there. And I want to just tap this off onto a sheet of scrap paper. And it looks pretty clear to me, which is good. And you can't really see too much stray glitter or specks of embossing powder, which is also good. So now time to emboss. Alright, now you can see that better if I kind of tilt it. So it's done a really good job here, and you can read all the words, which is important. So here's my greeting. Now it looks better in person. The light is just kind of shining on it weird, but it's on a darker black. Let's see, if I go like this, there it goes, and then it lights up. So you can kind of tell how that looks. Now I'm going to trim this out of my chalkboard paper, and and I'm gonna mat it on some other papers. So here I've matted it on this pattern paper and then again on the back of it. So I use this dot for the wide mat here, and the small one is about 1/8 of an inch wide, and the thicker mat is about 1/2 inch wide, just in case you wanted to do an exact replica. So this is actually going to be set aside now for the inside of the card, and I'm going to work on the card front. And this blank card is 6.5 inches wide by 5 inches tall. So I'm going to go ahead and cover the card with some pattern paper, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I covered my card with that same, just plain the chalkboard paper. And I once again am going to take my embossing pouch, perfect printing pouch, whatever you want to call it, and just dust the surface of my card, because I want to stamp a row of these ornaments. So these are 2 separate ornament stamps that I've placed side by side, lining up the tops of them so that I can stamp 2 ornaments at once and hopefully speed up the stamping process. So got my Versamark ink pad here. I like to set my stamp block down and ink from the top, making sure to coat that stamp evenly. Okay. And here's where my card opens. So what I want to do is create a border of ornaments. And the first one I'm going to have go off the card a tiny bit. So here we go. That's one. Okay, and I'm going to ink between each stamping so that all of my ornaments will appear correctly. And just kind of eyeballing, if you can kind of see the shimmer, there we go, of those. I can try my best to line up and evenly space my ornaments. And you know, if they're not perfect, that's fine too. But I'm just going to do my best. See how many go across here. I'm guessing a couple more stampings. This one and then another one. And that should be it. Now you may be wondering, well, isn't that first image going to dry too soon? Well, no, because Versamark is a very slow drying ink, and it must be heat set to really make it permanent, and that makes it perfect for heat embossing. So you could stamp quite a few stamps on your page before you heat emboss, and you will still have a sticky or a tacky enough image to work with. Place my scratch paper down, and using that same red glitter Zing embossing powder, I'm gonna just shake, 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 shake it off. And there we go, tap. And there is my, oh, got some glitter still on there. Need some more flicking of the finger. And if it's just glitter, it shouldn't stick too much to the card, but if it has a little extra shimmer to it, that's fine with me. Alright, so now time to heat emboss. Alright, and there we have it. My perfect little border of ornaments. Alright, moving on. So next I've punched out the pieces to this image, and I've already applied my foam tape. But before I assemble everything, I want to mat my bottom layer, this large layer here, onto this lovely silver ripple specialty paper because it's nice and shiny. So I'm going to glue this down and carefully cut around with my short blade scissors. These little guys right here. And I will be right back. Okay, so I went ahead and finished the card. So I matted this on the silver ripple paper, and then I did a 3 1/4 inch thick strip of this pattern paper across the bottom, leaving just a little bit of the black showing at the bottom. And then I went ahead and stacked my paper towel image right here, and just added some bits of sheer red ribbon here and here. And those are reflected also on the inside, which I also finished. I just covered the back of the card with the green dot paper. And with that piece that you saw earlier, I simply wrapped some ribbon around the corner and dotted just a little bow in this corner. And it makes a nice simple inside sentiment, as you can see. And there's the front. So that is my completed card. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and please stay tuned for today's bundle. Thanks for watching. First in today's bundle is the double-sided paper pack, the Christmas cheer papers. And here on the package you'll see some really cute project ideas, as well as on the back here. And there's an image of all 6 designs. You're getting 2 of each sheet, of course. So we have Merry Christmas in a really pretty border design. And it's got a chalkboard feel, and it also has a little bit of a polka dot on there. On the back, a very tiny print on ivory. This one is a green, red, and white combo. Green dot. I like this one because of all the separate greetings. You can use one per card if you wanted, and you got plenty on here. Or you can also use them as a cool background. And then a really pretty, I don't know if you can see that too well, but it's got a really pretty flourish tile design on here. Another red, green, white, more primarily with the ivory in here. And a red dot, black chalkboard, textured look, and it's not just pure boring black. It's got layers and textures and scratches and distressing. Makes it really interesting. And then there's this really tiny square green pattern. Another chalkboard piece with a very pretty decorative border on there. And finally another red, rich red. So those are the 6 sheets of the Christmas cheer paper pack, and you're going to get 2 of each sheet in the pack for a total of 12 sheets. Next in today's bundle is the Joyous Greetings 3D paper towel set. They are all die cut, so they pop out really easily from the back. And there are 3 images: joy to the world, have yourself a merry little Christmas, and may your days be merry and bright. And if you've never used paper towel before, it's really fun. You need some foam tape, and what you do is you start with the main image, and then you follow the numbers here. So 2 would go on top of 1, 3 would go on top of 2, and so forth, until all the layers are put together, and you'll have a nice 3-dimensional image. And finally, in today's bundle, I have a stamp set. This is a full-size stamp set, and it's called Naughty and Nice, and it has some really funny sayings. Let me just read through some. It says, when you stop believing in Santa, you get socks for Christmas. And dear Santa, define good. Christmas calories don't count. If you don't believe, you won't receive. This is a cute little poem for the inside or the front of your card. It says, may your stuffing be tasty and your turkey be plump. May your potatoes and gravy have nary a lump. May your yams be delicious and pies take the prize. May your Christmas dinner stay off your thighs. Love that. And then don't get your tinsel in a tangle. Families are like Christmas fudge, sweet but with lots of nuts. Even the naughty deserve something nice. So that is the Naughty and Nice stamp set. Perfect for all your funny Christmas cards. And there's a Merry Christmas too, just for a classic card. So those 3 items are all in today's bundle at a great deal, so please check it out. Thanks.